Hey man, what's good? It's your boy Kel, coming back again with another video. And this is my NBA 2K18 wish list because we know 2K got a lot of problems. They need to fix so many things. So, I mean, I could be here all day and talk about 2K, but I'm trying not to make this video that long. But the first thing on my list, 2K18 wish list. 2K18 needs to go back to realistic parks because realistic parks, it just looks nicer, and I just feel like it makes the game more funner because we're playing at an actual somewhat park, or they can take realistic parks in real life, you know recreate them on 2K, because 2K14, 2K15, that's why it was so fun, because the parks were realistic instead of these fantasy parks, having a pool of sharks with a volcano. Like, if you're gonna make fantasy parks, at least make them like fantasy, but like they're interesting, like how Rivet City was in 2K16 when their park was on a skyscraper. That was nice, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, if you're gonna have fantasy parks, do something like that. But I feel like everybody likes realistic parks and wants realistic parks back in the game. I feel like that'll make 2K18, my park, more fun. And I know how 2K is all about their money. What y'all do, what y'all can do, which, I mean, I hope y'all don't, I hope y'all give this to us for free, because all the bull y'all been putting us through and we dealing with y'all's game. But if y'all want, y'all can make a DLC pack to where we can purchase it and play parks from 2K15, 2K14. Don't put 16 on there, because 16, 17 are the same thing. So put 2K14, put 2K15 on there, and make it to where, for $25 or something like that, you can buy it, and then you'll be able to play in 14 parks or in 15 parks. Now, hopefully y'all don't do that. Hopefully y'all can just do that with it being free. Like I said, since 17 was the worst 2K y'all have ever made. And repping, well, not repping, but how you rep up for playing park, right? And there's really nothing to rep up for. Like, really, it's just mascots. That's basically the goal, unless you want to be the first whatever, superstar 74, whatever they have. But I think one thing you should add to when you hit a certain rep is, say for example, you hit All-Star 5. All All-Star 5 players get a special park that they can play at, and you only can be an All-Star 5 to play there. That would be a good idea, because y'all run out of ideas for things that's making us want to play. Like, park is fun in general, but like, everybody wants a mascot. Not everybody's going to get a mascot, but there should be some other rewards besides just a mascot. And that jetpack and skateboard thing, I think that's corny, to be honest. But yeah, so number two thing on my list, what we need to be able to do is, if we have more than one my player, we need to be able to change our my players in our my court. So, like, for example, in this one, on 17, if you have two my players, for you to change it, so like if I'm in the park and I'm playing with my point forward right now, if I wanted to play my slasher, I'll have to quit, go to my court, quit my court, go back to menu, go to my career, press Y, and then select the player I want. Instead of doing all that, there should be some type of option while we're already in our court to just to click change player and change it to this, and then it will load out and then load in our other player, because the loading process for 2K is already bad. So like, the servers are bad, loading screens for park and stuff. It felt like actually the loading screens was good for this 2K, but after I, I don't know what patch it was, but after a patch, it broke the loading screen and made it load longer. It made the my career skin a little longer and park a little longer. So I didn't like that. But yeah, we need to be able to change our my players in our my court because that'll save us a lot of time. Um, and another thing, this goes back to our my court. We need to be able to, so like if I play for Sunset Beach, right, and I'm in my court and I'm not trying to play at Sunset Beach, what I think we should be able to do, there should be a feature to where you can choose, like, all right, if you're um a pro 3 and up, you can choose what park you want to go to just from your court instead of loading into Sunset and having to wait that long screen that we all hate. Wait, and then when that loads in, then we got to go to load into another park, and sometimes it don't even be working. Sometimes it glitches and it'll load us into the same park, or it'll be loading us to the other park, and then say, "Oh, your your internet is out or whatever, or your friend that you're trying to join parks has changed or something like that." So we should be able to go to different parks from our my court. Now let's get on these my players, because it's really been the same since 2K's been out. We need to be able to build our my player more specific. Like 2K, they did a pretty good job with having us be specific in how we want our my players to look and stuff. But what we need from them is we need to be able to make a fat player, a skinny player, extra short player. I mean, we already can do short, but like I'm talking about very short, like what, 5'9" or something like that. We need to make him fat, more muscle, less muscle. He can jump this high, jump that high. I mean, now you'll have to put caps on those because like people obviously max out their weight and then they can be able to jump, like crazy. But I feel like we need to fix the build and the size and weight of our players. And still staying on with the my players topic, we need new archetypes. Now I know this year, 2K17, you guys, Ronnie 2K, y'all made a lot, and when I mean a lot, y'all made bread off of 2K17, just because literally everything you had to buy, and B, y'all made it to where, like, if I started out as a playmaker, a few months rolls by, my playmaker broke, and then sharpshooter is the best thing, so I created sharpshooter. No, I buy VC, create a sharpshooter. Wait a couple more months, that breaks. Then now glass cleaners are the wave. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but me, honestly, I do not like the archetypes. Y'all probably are gonna have the same archetypes in 2K18 just because y'all made a lot of money off of it. But I feel like you guys either should make new archetypes or take off the restrictions for these archetypes. So don't make them so like limited of what the players can do. So like you can be a playmaker, you have handles but you can't shoot. Then you can be a sharpshooter, you can shoot but you can't handle the ball. You know what I'm saying? For some new archetypes, and this should already be around and like in y'all's head or whatever, but if I click on like a player's card, it would say offensive superstar, all around point guard, a defensive point guard, like, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. I really think that would be a really good archetype for the game. It would be something new. Or if you want, you could just go back to 16. Because honestly, I honestly think that was the best archetypes we ever had. Outside, inside, or balance. Like, you could, there wasn't much, you either was one thing or the other. Like, it wasn't like no crazy stuff what 2K17 did. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. My next thing is my park rival days. So last year in 2K16, yeah, there's this thing called My Park Rival Days, and it's still in 17, but 16 they took it very serious. Like I heard about it all the time. I was up to date with it. I don't know if it's rigged or not. I mean, to me personally, yes, I think it's rigged. But yeah, so they kept it up to date and everything. And I don't know when, but it was around the time school ended. So I want to say May or June, late May or early June is when it ended. And whoever won that, they got a new park. Rivet City, we all know they've won, so they got the new skyscraper park. Well, this year, nobody has really said anything about it. Nobody's really playing it or nothing like that. So, what y'all should do is in 2K18, make it to where whoever goes, alright, have it to where from first, second, and third, whoever wins at first gets the best park. Whoever wins at second gets the second best. Whoever wins at third gets the worst. Instead of just having it to where, only one affiliation, whoever wins it, they get one new park. Like, no, it should be we all get new parks, but it depends on what we rank at. And two more things I want to talk about. The next thing, just make 2K more realistic. 2K. I mean, it's simple as that. Like, I mean, it's going to be a video game. There's always going to be a little bit of cheese, and people are going to break the game either way. But I want it to be more realistic. I don't, like, a center should not be able to rip a point guard. Stuff like that. Don't take out those reaching animations to where when you rip the ball, y'all both fall on the ground and you don't get it. Take that out. And what I think we need, one more thing, is a badge processor. It tells us how far we are into getting the badge. But yeah, that was a little bit of what I had to say. So if y'all liked, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, and yeah, we out. Gone.